I
Hello.
see quite a few people here already. What's up, Gillis? Giles. I really need to learn how to pronounce names. I swear to God.
Can't tell if Gillis or Giles, but Giles sounds about right.
Yeah.
Is
Hi,
Giles
Jessica.
Gillis?
Hope you're well, Jessica. It's nice to see you here. Hello, Fear Jason. I have to scroll up. Hold up. Omari, Philip. Hello. Hope you guys are well tonight. We've missed you. It's been long 2 weeks. I've actually taken a break from social media and stuff, so I haven't been around. So today Cole's gonna have to, update me on everything that's happened because I wasn't around. But we do have a lot to talk about. Hope you guys have a lot of fun with us today. We have two girls coming in. First one's here right now. Lorena, hi.
Hi guys, how are you doing, everyone? I miss you.
We're good. How are you? It's been a while since you've been online with us.
Yeah, I'm fine, step by step every day, but pretty excited for new things.
Yeah. Has it been it's been 2 weeks, Omari. I know.
Yeah.
I can't believe that it's nearly we are past half of January. It just seems like because the pandemic is not over and everything's pretty much the same, it just feels like we are still in 2020.
Yeah,
And I
right.
mean, Zack Snyder's Justice League is in 2 months, probably, hopefully. So, I wish we had a date. I wish we had confirmed exact date because that would be really cool. Because we could count down on a calendar.
Yeah.
I'd love that. I hope it happens soon. Morgan, hello. Hi. Oh, Giles. It's Jill. Yes? Am I pronouncing it right? Somebody help me.
I'm coming. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm also working with Gillis. So it's Gillis.
Gillis, right?
Gil.
Yeah, with the little G. I'm right now on something with Scott, so I'm kind of double tasking.
Right. Something with Scott, which we will tell you about in a little bit, but you've probably seen it because it's blowing up Twitter just a tiny bit. Yeah.
Basically, he's an English teacher, so he's hit me with his grammar fixing. And, man, I can tell you, I'm bad at grammar.
Well, while we're talking, plans and stuff, if you guys check the chat, there is a pinned post from us, which has a link to it, and that link is to a pretty cool set. Well, it's not a set; it's an enamel pin.
Enamel.
Enamel. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry to correct.
I have a pronunciation problem, so
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry to correct. It's just, enamel. It's a weird word that everyone does differently, but that's the description of the product. Sorry.
No, don't worry. Hi, Russia.
Hi.
So the link will take you to an Etsy page where you can purchase them. There is a limited amount of them. They're really, really cool. They were designed or made by drawing by our very lovely Sylvia, whom you could see here on the deck, the Hall of Justice. She was doing all the cool art. She had some art in auction as well. So definitely check them out. Get yourself some before they're gone because they're really, really cool. And then there are a few more links. If you look into the description of the video, there are a few more links below. There is a link for the petition to support Ray Fisher. There is a link for, as always, Autumn Snyder Tribute Fund. And then there's obviously a link for the pins from Sylvia. And then there is one more link, which is for a GoFundMe fundraiser Alina made, which is, if you have some cash to spare and would like to throw it there, it will help us purchase copies of Zack Snyder's Justice League for those who cannot afford it themselves, whether it's HBO Max or it's the physical copies or it's Google Play copies. whichever, it comes to. But it should help, those members of the community who may be struggling to purchase Zack Snyder's Justice League. And we all want to buy it. We don't want to pirate it. We want to buy it because we want to watch it and we want to support it and we want to let everybody know that we love this movie and we want more of these movies. So if you can, please support. If you can't, feel free to share and support all of those. Are you ready to tell us what you and Scott are cooking up or not yet?
We should. I don't want to. Basically, I can tell you guys what it is because we're about to. We're not posting it yet. We're finishing it up. We're putting together a set of forms that we're gonna post, and basically, it's to help words. Where are my words? International fans be able to buy Zack Snyder's Justice League merch. From the US based stores. And so the forms will be to sign up if you're looking to be helped or if you are the helper. And once we have it all posted and everything, I'll let you guys know. And then basically once you guys sign up, we're going to then take your info and as he put it in our chat, we're like Match.com. We're going to match you together with match people and fans who are looking to goodness gracious, I'm being distracted. Who are looking to get so much.
Queen Tiff.
No.
Hi, Tiff. How are you?
Good afternoon. Good. How are you guys?
Very good.
Fine.
Very good.
Oh, that's right. Dave, Ohio Dave on Twitch is doing a signed Wonder Woman Crimean War picture contest. It'll be signed from Zach, not Dave. No, it's Dave's. Sure.
Oh, can you imagine Dave was just giving out Crimean War pics?
Dave signed it. Like, what the frick, bruh? There was a riot.
Oh my god, it would be fun to watch though. I mean,
yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So check that out because I don't really have links any links to that. I don't know if Cole has them, but if anybody does, please do. Yeah, no. We were just talking about all the interesting links and stuff here. I don't know if you saw, Tiff, the new pins that Sylvia put out.
I did not.
Oh my god, they're so cute. Let me actually put up the page.
Yeah.
I love the little Harley Quinn that you have though in the corner. She's super cute.
I know. That's my new streaming partner. It's my bombshell Harley Quinn. She's just gonna stay here, I think. Like at least now.
I have a Barbie and a Wonder Woman outfit, and she even has the little
oh my god.
Little
I love it. That's so cool.
Hang on. Let me pull up the pins.
I don't have I just have Kinder to show you.
Oh, nice.
That's cute. The noise it makes, like the meme when they all laugh.
Yeah.
So for ever since Vine was a thing, I've been begging my dad to get me a rubber chicken in my stocking, and he got one.
Nice.
So now this is my stream partner.
Hilarious.
Hang on, show us the chicken again. I was like, I saw her unwrapping it, and I was like, "Are you serious? Is this really what we're gonna do now?"
Well, it was startling because I picked up my stocking and it made a noise, and I was like, "Jesus Christ!"
Oh my god.
Hello, Mr. Defo.
Hi.
So I wanted to show you. These are the pins. Sylvia designed them. I don't know exactly what the amount is, but it is quite low. So please make sure you grab them as fast as you can before they are gone. But yeah, I won't want to. So like while you are grabbing them fast, don't grab them too fast so I can make it after the stream.
I was gonna say that.
Like don't be too quick, okay? But yeah, these are link is up on the chat and it's also down below the video. So yeah, grab yourself some if you'd like. Yeah. Anyway. So we've got a couple topics to talk about today. I think that we could go straight into them. So first off, before we dive into all the DC stuff, WandaVision came on recently in the past 2 weeks. Have you girls watched it? Because I haven't, so I will not be really able to participate much in the convo. But have you girls watched it, and do you have opinions?
Yeah, I watched it and I have opinion.
I can't tell if that's a good thing or bad. So it was fun. Like anything from Marvel, it was pretty fun. It was interesting. I was cringing so hard. The second hand, like, you know, I've gotten, like, I think it's a thing with having serious anxiety that, like, I sometimes get this horrible, rampant secondhand embarrassment watching some stuff. But it's been good for a while. But watching that, I wanted to crawl into my flesh and like disappear because I was like, no. But it was also kind of fun because I was working with my dad, who grew up on the shows that they were referencing, like, you know, Bewitched from I forget the other one, but all these like little things. And my dad was trying to was like saying, what does that symbol mean? And I was like, I have no idea. That is He's like, but you know comic books, you're supposed to know this. I'm like, no, I'm clueless for once.
You mean the
Really
sword?
Yeah.
The symbol
it was-
is a sword, and so that's actually a group that was around after S.H.I.E.L.D. disbanded.
Yeah,
Cool.
I realized that after the first episode, but the second episode was a lot more bearable. Definitely. But yeah, definitely, Gil. I'm definitely interested enough to watch some more. I'm mostly watching because I love Elizabeth Olsen. I love Scarlet Witch. She's one of my favorite characters, and I'm praying. I'm praying they use this to bring back Pietro. Because if they don't, I'll cry a lot.
Yeah. Steve,
A lot.
now you.
Yes,
Okay, I'll take your advice on this. I mean, I am generally like the person who likes to make her own opinion on things, so definitely I will check it out before like voicing anything.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, I shouldn't just go by what other people say. Even though generally when Cole says she likes something, I would be the one to like it too. Still, it's better to watch it from my own.
You are your own critic.
Yes. Hello.
It is very wild, but like, I don't know. It was jarring though with to go from black and white to color, because the first episode's black and white the entire time, and then there's a brief few moments of color, and I was like, ow, that hurts.
I actually
No. I love Evan Peters, but he is not the Quicksilver who is twins with Wanda Maximoff. He is literally his own creature, practically. No, they need Aaron Taylor Johnson to come back because reasons. I don't need reasons. Like, Jesus.
But he could be some other character, no? Just because he's rumored to be in it doesn't mean that he's Quicksilver.
Oh yeah, but it's like we also don't know if Disney and Sony are still doing that thing where you can't come onto it if you're X-Men or whatever.
Hi, Jacob.
That's his face show. He doesn't have that he doesn't wear a mask, so he might not be able to show up on both.
Yeah.
If Magneto shows up, I will cry again.
With Magneto. Which one?
Honestly, any Magneto, because so far the two Magnetos we have are flawless. So,
but the MCU doesn't have Magneto.
Yeah, they could choose old Magneto or young Magneto. Honestly, I think they would go with old given the time frame.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere in the middle Magneto.
Yeah.
Multiverse shenanigans, I am all for it.
I don't know how Marvel is going to put the X-Men together in their universe, because like if they hadn't had this weird deal with Sony this time, X-Men would have been Battle of New York. They would have been at everything. So it's like, have they just been ignoring everything? Have they just been like, whoops, sorry, can't come, doing something else? World's ending.
I'm not sure how multiverse works in Marvel though. Like, I'm not that versed in it, you know. So I'm not entirely sure how it works, if that would work with, you know, bringing, if that was a way to bring in, you know, Fox X-Men in. Yeah, I mean, I respect it. I mean, I think that WandaVision, like, we've knew since we've seen like trailers and stuff, that it's not necessarily for everyone. I think that it will probably have, I don't know, it strikes me as quite niche type of show, but I don't know if you have to watch it in order to understand the movies going forward either. So I'm done now.
Well, in the past with Marvel's shows, they've definitely tried really hard. Like, not Netflix. The Netflix shows were the one time they kept it abstract, but like when it comes to like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I think because Wanda's going to be in both movies and now the show, they might have some sort of like, I don't know, collaboration, like if you don't watch this episode, etc. Like there was a few episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that I actually had to watch, even though I don't like it, just to watch one or two of the movies. But it is niche. It is definitely niche.
But I think it's interesting though with the way that they're following the storyline, just because it's they're following the comics, not necessarily to a T, but they're following it enough that I think it's going to be giving some of the like the hardcore MCU fans, something to look forward to. Just because the one thing that I loved about it is I grew up watching all of the, you know, the reruns of Bewitched and all those shows.
Yeah.
So I loved that callback and the way that she was like using her powers like Samantha. And
yeah, that was really fun. That was definitely really fun. I was also curious, like, did they have to get like permission to use that stuff? Like some of the more trademarky stuff, like they literally have like the house keeps changing appearance because it's a house from each different show. So I'd be interested in like the behind.
They had him looking like Darren too, which was kind of funny. But the one thing that I noticed, especially more so going into the second episode and the little bits of color, I actually liked that because of the fact that it shows that it's a time frame that's moving forward, and the different it's like actually skipping time. But I also like the fact, because not only do I love the Catherine Hahn who plays her neighbor, but they're supposed to be following what we believe in the storyline of Mephisto, which is supposed to be MCU's, I think, devil. So she technically is supposed to be making a deal with the devil to have a normal life with.
Oh, that's a good point. So I wasn't sure what they were following. If they were following House of M or.
And that's why they show her with the bump at the end of the second episode, because she essentially made a deal with the devil to be able to have a normal life with Vision. Until in his head. She gets to have, you know, the kid, but that way you noticed when in that first episode, when I can't remember her real name, but I know I remember her from Kitty on that 70s show. But when she was the wife of the boss in that first episode, and they said, you know, where are you from? How long have you guys been married? And when are you guys having kids? And all of a sudden they both were like,
party was, see when that happened. I thought it might be
a bubble. It's almost like if you think of Superman, when that thing was on his chest.
Yeah,
it's the same concept, but she's within a bubble, and the longer that she's in this world, this bubble gets bigger. And so, if they make reference to anything outside of that bubble, they don't know because it's outside of the bubble. So it's not something that would be within their scope.
That's actually really good point, because like when I kind of thought that they were just going with really struggling to get through her trauma with everything that happened in Endgame. So like I thought this was her locking herself in her head, but actually it makes more sense the way you put it. So the fact
I'm wondering how they're still doing that though.
Her powers
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because in that second episode, when you did have some of those weird moments where you had that voice coming through the radio saying,
Yeah.
are they treating you okay? You know, are they hurting you? And like, so that does show that
Yeah.
she is getting that weirdness, but yet there was also that scene when she kept hearing those noises and she steps out into the street with Vision and he says, is this really happening? And she sees that beekeeper come out.
She says
And
no,
then
it
all of a sudden she
rewinds.
says no, and it rewinds because she controls her universe. That was because if you think about it in that episode, you kept hearing like the knocking, and she thought, oh, it's just the wood hitting the window. It's people trying to get into that bubble to break her out of it. So if she says no, that was the one person that was able to try and get in, and now that's so now they gotta find another.
You're making it so much more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say,
that's why I'm liking it.
I have to say one thing. Please don't judge me. Okay, I don't like Marvel. Okay, so I have my face with Marvel because of a friend. So I stopped watching the movies like Endgame, and that's it. And I haven't. But I really like Elizabeth Olsen, and Scarlet Witch seems an interesting character to me. So I thought I'm going to give it a chance. And I have to say, this show I was thinking this was made for me. I don't know. I'm even the laughs of the people laughing and everything, and yeah, because we have Bewitched here in Spain too, but with voice actors, so we could understand and all that. And this new, if I don't know how to explain it, sorry, because my English is crap.
No,
Right?
Don't worry.
On the vein of what you were saying that you guys had it in your country, I actually had that thought because Nana has always told me growing up they had older had in Slovakia, they had English speaking shows that were older, and I thought since they're going off of Wanda being from Sokovia, a foreign country, that I thought, what if this was one of the few shows that she could see in English in her country?
Yeah,
so I think
that would actually make a lot of sense. It would, because if you, especially obviously then she was, I don't really know where to place Sokovia, but
it's supposed to be somewhere between Slovakia and Russia. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, so you're looking at Eastern Bloc on top of things, so not just a foreign country but also Eastern Bloc. So we just didn't have access to shows when even when I was growing up, and Iron Curtain was down, we didn't have access to shows. You had whatever was original local, and then you had a few things that were translated because they were deemed mainstream enough to be interesting, but you didn't really have other stuff. And even now when you girls talk about Bewitched and all that, I never had this. I haven't watched it because I just didn't have access to it when it was out.
You saw the statue in Salem.
I did.
That was one thing.
There's a lot of things that a lot of times Cole would go to me and she would say, hey, look at this and this, and reference something, and it's I don't know what it is. And she goes, you don't know what this is, we have to watch it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, fine, let's watch it. But it's just we just didn't have access to it. And I think it's similar for you, Lorena, probably. Maybe not completely the same, but similar anyway, because you're not English speaking country and you're relying on dubbing or subtitles, and you can't even watch subtitled shows until you're a certain age.
Yeah.
Pause for a second. Just taking a moment to pause. First, Tiff, check your text. Second, second. Okay, so Scott and I just posted the Merchmates. We're calling it Merchmates. Yeah, I know it's corny. Exchange links on our profiles. So go to Scott DC Twitter.
Link it on in the chat.
And if you are from, by the way, please make sure if you're signing up for this, you have the money to send to your person or to to pay the person and such. But if you want to go sign up, go sign up. We're going to try to keep this active throughout the merchandise campaigns going on with ZSJL, because we don't know how they're going to plan it. So there's a link in the chat. But yeah, go do the thing.
Perfect.
We're gonna add it to the description of the video once we're done as well, just so you guys can access it like when you watch.
Wait, you've got Bewitched toys?
Here or Tiff.
I do. I have one. I can get it.
How is it? Yes, please, please.
Get it.
Yes,
Show us.
Because when you were mentioning Sokovia, they actually even said that in one of the episodes when
Yeah,
she came in with their eyes behind, and she was, it's a Sokovian thing.
Did you know that was a reference to how when she first met the Avengers, she went behind them and messed with their brains? That was a reference to that.
Nice. That's
I
awesome.
didn't notice that. I was looking at an article about Easter eggs, and I was like, "Oh, that's sinister." That went from being goofy to kind of creepy.
Did you notice the little wink and nods that they did during those like commercials in between, like when the guy had the watch and he went like this and you saw Hydra?
Hydra, yeah, I screamed. I was like,
Stryker, who is also the doctor for Hydra.
Yep. And he's
Really?
This is so cool. Okay, I'll get the toy.
You guys have to explain a lot of things to me.
I like little stuff like that. Like it reminds me of when I actually liked Marvel.
Yeah. I mean, I only understand that thing with Valiant or with DC, but that's it.
Oh my god!
Oh my god,
That is cool.
my
I
mom
love
will
that
love
they have
this.
the cartoon version of her on the box.
Yeah,
Yes.
my
That
mom will
is
love
really
this.
cool.
They even did the intro
Wait,
just like
Yeah,
So they have,
it's amazing.
and I actually got this when we go for Enash's work. We go up north, and we are the ones that when we have all the pastors and pastors' wives and husbands, and we all go, do our own thing. Where some of them are going golfing, we're like, okay, where's the antique places? Where is all of the nerd places that we can go? And that's where I ended up finding it. With that, it's just some local
That's cool.
shop, and he's looking at his stuff, and I'm like, Bewitched, I'm getting that.
Did you want your cereal now?
And we got this too.
I'm here, Enosh.
oh my
Oh.
god.
The kids love this one.
Can you eat it?
I love this.
Thrower.
Yes.
What is that?
I said
Yeah, yo.
it goes well with Spaceballs the Flamethrower, the cereal.
Oh my god.
Look what
That's so
let me
cool.
buy.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's a freaking Snake Eyes helmet, and it's super shiny.
No.
Can you wear it?
Yes.
Put it on. Put it on.
Well, I got.
He wants
if you won't get stuck
goes-
though.
it goes with his Cobra Commander helmet, and it's probably the one he's going to want to. Well, you can always do that and then do another box
I can always
opening.
reopen it. Well, they'll never know. How are you, ladies?
Good.
We are
How
fine.
are
We're
you?
good. We're good.
And you?
Vision.
You know what? I'm doing excellent.
Nice.
Other than you two being a dick.
Yep, pretty much. But the good news is we got shut down on Friday, and we still haven't heard anything. So that's actually a good thing, which actually also shows that somebody had to physically do it. Because if it was the algorithm, they would have already
said no.
denied my appeal.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
Oh, well.
Then that means they're probably looking into it.
Yep. And also, I want to say a shout out because a wonderful supporter of the Snyder community.
Yes.
Reached out to me, and actually because I won't point them out, but I'll just say they helped me a little bit with being able to talk to somebody at YouTube. So thank you very much.
Excellent. It's good to have connection.
That's really good.
Absolutely, because they had a larger channel and helped me out. So I'm very, very thankful.
Oh, so they had a larger channel, so they had someone they could talk that was like their case manager or something.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, I've heard YouTubers have that before.
Yeah.
So you guys caught me just before I was getting ready to go because I'm actually I'm recording this song that might have something to do with this whole Snyder cut
Situation.
community
Yeah.
situation and stuff. It's called Associate Producer, and I'm working on this thing and finishing up the recording, and then I'm going to be shooting a music video for it and
You have a
Damn.
band.
doing some
Working
cool things.
hard.
So, yeah, so
Yeah.
trying to get that done and hopefully dropping that.
The weird way this week off has helped him. So
Yeah, because it's hard
Yeah.
to get all the
Forced
projects
break.
done.
Forced break. You got to work on something else now.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so pretty.
All right, that's
Oh my
that's
God.
really cool.
That is
That's
freaking-
dope. It shines.
that's gonna be the question right there.
Should I put it up?
Yeah. Maybe
Just be
tip.
careful, because like that would suck if you have to go to the fire department, get it cut off, and you just won.
Can you imagine?
The explanation for that would be interesting.
Exactly. How did you get the helmet on, sir? Don't worry about it. Just get it off.
As long as the helmet's on my head and not up other places,
There you go.
Yeah.
That's when it gets embarrassing. Oh, I'm full screen.
Or
Got my hair.
impressive.
Yeah, if I got that in places where it's not supposed to be, that's impressive. Right there.
Yeah. And then we'd have to be asking some serious questions about your extracurricular activities.
Exactly.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah.
Suddenly you go from being a pastor to a pastor.
Oh
Exactly.
my god.
Everybody's got a thing.
Do you need me to put it on so it fits on my head?
No, you know what? It's hold on a second. Are there instructions?
Oh my God.
Hold on. No instructions. Where's the instructions?
I feel like you
Aw.
gotta give you a topic. Like,
I'm sorry. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, was Julian the one who helped you? Because he's in the chat saying it definitely wasn't me.
oh, nice.
Hashtag humble brag.
You can do it, Enosh.
We believe in you.
This is weird. Here,
Or
pull
or
it up.
something. We definitely believe in
Yeah,
something.
gotta pull the ear off. See how that one's off?
Oh.
It's got a
Did it come with like set of instructions? Maybe
no. There's no instructions in there. So
No.
that's not exactly smart.
Maybe it's display only then. You might want to quit before you get stuck.
Okay. Oh,
Ow.
You know what? It looks a little bit like a hockey mask when you put it that way.
I feel like I should get off camera. Oh, see,
Oh, cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
works for me, baby. Turn the stream off. Go.
Child number
Is
eight
it the part
coming.
about questionable stuff that we're getting into now?
Yeah, right.
It's a tight squeeze.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it does stretch back, but it
I see.
squeezes your
Gilly's like, you know,
Stop,
how the
stop.
screaming withdrawal is
Enosh,
going.
oh
Well,
God.
you can see. You can see.
there we go.
Yeah, Enosh.
There you go. You got it.
Well, and this is
Turn
the
off,
part
you
where it gets stuck.
Yeah.
Quick, someone has 911 on speed dial.
Exactly.
Hey, it's a talking snake eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm not supposed to talk. Sorry. Snake Eyes, played by Ray Parker in the movies, who's also Darth Maul.
Yes.
You can't see it, but my nose is like.
Yeah, right.
Like smashed against it.
Woo! That's hot.
I can imagine.
Can you take it off?
You can take it off.
It's gonna be like the dog where it's like trying to
Yeah, let the dog stick their head into a jar. I think he's in trouble. Oh god.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to say it though.
Tiff, I think you might have to help him.
No.
Here we
No,
go.
no, I'm doing fine.
when you're looking
Do it.
face up.
I'm telling you, that's like my hockey mask. I always pull it up like.
Pulls it off his head and it takes his hair with him.
Fortunately, it comes with a stand,
Yes.
so you can like
Display and
display
wear.
it.
Yeah.
And we also got the Cobra Commander helmet with the silver.
Yes.
So that was
Very cool.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
I'll show you his new toys that we got in the last couple weeks.
That's beautiful.
You saying you had a nice Christmas?
I did.
Right, Tiff, you never actually told us what he got you for Christmas. We were excited.
Yeah.
Do you have a half an hour?
I mean, we have hour and a half left of the stream, so there's always that.
He did get me my own hoverboard.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
gosh, have you broken something yet?
No, I wish this worked because they.
Oh
in the
wait,
movie,
it's not. Oh,
No, it's like a
there's a hoverboard.
I wasn't looking at the page, so when you said hoverboard, I thought you meant those rolly things, but no, it's a plush. That's safe. That's safe.
Yes, it's safe. So
And it won't blow.
When I was out there, my girls, like the girls I took care of, they got one, and I was like, oh, I want to try this, and because I had no idea what I'm doing, I stepped on it and face planted straight on the floor.
oh,
It was not my proudest moment. Let me put it that way.
I am a big Back to the Future fan, so he got me a handful of Back to the Future things, including
Oh, that's so cool. I
that
love
he
that.
had when he went back. So he actually stopped our Christmas, like stopped it. He's like, he did the whole entire scene, and he's like, "Are you Tiffany Fee?" And he's like,
Oh my God.
going through, and he's like, you know. So he read it, and then I have the original, and I have the one that he ripped up and that Doc saved. And then
Oh,
my absolute favorite that he got me.
Oh,
oh,
that's cool.
That's really cool.
It's my
Yeah.
own picture of Doc and Marty from the third movie.
She had been talking about wanting to do that for like a few months now. And she's like, I want to get the picture of Doc and Marty and get like an old frame and have that. And I was like, okay.
I'll do it.
Plus she got a ton of Star Wars toys.
Including a third.
Oh yeah, she got.
It's up there if
Did
you
you
wanna grab
did you
it.
show him your third grade?
I did
character?
not.
Oh, okay. Cool.
He also. He got me like a bunch of books like superheroines.
oh, I
Nice.
like books like that.
Yes, I mean
That's
it's a
big.
book too.
Yeah.
So he got me some Harley Quinn ones. He got me some Wonder Woman, and then he surprised me with my third figure.
I love these. I love them so
Yeah.
much.
Right, he showed that to me. I was very casually asking him for pictures so I could make your Funko.
Oh, nice! Which is super cute, by the way. Both of them. We are
Yes.
so
Yeah,
honored
it's just not
to be
metallic
made in
yet.
pops.
I just don't have metallic purple, so it's normal purple.
Oh, that's okay. Purple's my favorite color, so it works.
I can tell it's mine too.
It's my favorite too.
That's awesome. We'll
I
have
like
Because of
purple
Jennifer,
too.
right?
Okay, I want to be part of the team.
And then he
feel like
got
it would
me
be-
like a 5-pack of, Care Bears. He got me Back to the
Hi.
Future purse,
Oh
Grogu
yeah, you
purse.
got two purses. Got a Back to the Future purse.
It's in there.
And a Mandalorian purse.
Yes,
It's always a toy fair at Poindexter House.
it is.
Yeah. I bet. I'm jealous.
It's a fun place to visit. It's even better to live here.
You guys are couple goals.
Aw.
I have to say.
That's
Thank
what I
you.
was saying the other day.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? Speaking of toys and merch in general, we've had a merch drop just like literally before we went on the stream.
Nice.
Have you guys seen it? The Zack Snyder's Justice League on DC page. There are new shirts. Darkseid shirts are available on the official DC merch store. So
Yeah.
everybody head over there and get them. But they're only available for US. So that's where
Where are you?
that's where Cole and Scott came in and they did the whole form, which you saw the link for. So if you want those shirts or any merch that DC shop puts up in the future and you're not from the United States, check it out because you can find yourself a US buddy who will help you out to get them. So
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
there.
Some people are wondering if we don't think that means that they won't come to international. We don't know, so that's why we put it together. We just wanted to be able to like make sure everybody could get something if they want to.
but like my own experience, given that like I've been literally buying stuff through Cole for years now. There's just stuff that doesn't come to Europe.
Yeah, so it's usually
It's a lot of stuff that doesn't come to Europe, and I have worried that this may be similar case. I mean, you may have sorry, excuse me. You may find some of these shirts in your comic book stores or places like this eventually, but I worry that majority of designs will not make it to Europe, and if they do, it'll be really small quantities. So I think this is cool. I hope a lot of people sign up on both sides, and we can help each other get that stuff, because unfortunately not everybody's like Ink to the People shipping worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's so amazing about Ink. Like, it might take a long time for the shirts to come out, but you get them.
Yeah.
Where did you? I missed the website. Where did you say it was?
It's the DC. It's the actual DC.
So look, we have it linked
DC
on our
shop.
page. Like, everyone's been posting it. It's literally DC shop, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is shop.
Yes, fingers crossed. And I mean that form that Cole and Scott put together is great, and hopefully it'll help as many people as possible to get their hands on all the merch that they'd like. I mean, eventually, if there is merch that's only available in Europe, for example, we can reverse it and do it the opposite way too. So
yeah, great idea.
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, I think we can help each other out. I mean, that like this, and then the whole GoFundMe idea that Alina made, where people can pitch in and help others get their copies of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And then there is also, I believe, but I don't entirely know where it is and what it is, so don't take my word for it, but somebody's doing Zack Snyder's Justice League giveaways as well, which should be like a page or something. So you can check that too, I bet. So yeah, I think that's what I like about this community, like how we get together and how we help each other with this stuff. And it's like we want to support Zach, but we also want to support each other. And we have to remember that, like, this whole thing, we buy merch for each other, we buy copies of the movie for each other. It helps Zach too, because we will show, hey, we want this and we're getting all this stuff and there is an interest in it. Give us more. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse.
Yes, it's an amazing idea.
So that's interesting, because like we looking at this.
Yeah.
So we've seen Uxie's or Uxis, but we haven't seen full on Darkseid.
Yeah, that's true.
And that says Darkseid.
That's Darkseid. Yeah, that's Darkseid.
And it looks different. And it looks different than that part in the trailer.
Yeah, it's Darkseid, full on.
Heck yeah! That looks pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, he looks cute though.
The reason why I wanted to make sure what site it was because when I went there, it had a block on it. So apparently, there's like some weird little thing. So,
well, some people have been able to successfully order, so I think it's going okay now.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, we'll see. But definitely, if you can't order, there's always that option. I know that like in DC fandom, they had open international shop, but I also know that I've been struggling with it before.
Yeah, I don't know how my mom got me, for Christmas, the Wonder Woman jacket and shoes. And she did it from the DC shop, but I don't know how she did it. Like,
I think it depends. I think it may be also licensing issue. Like they may have something that's just released internationally and something that isn't.
Yeah.
Because it feels like for DC fandom, they had everything up there, and maybe they had like a temporal international license. I don't know, but it just seems like
maybe
it's something here, something there.
Yeah.
I don't know who said yes. He's got badass armor. I saw someone saying this is what he looks like when he's fully clothed and not a thirst trap.
That's a good one.
But you know what? I'm also excited for the toys, McFarlane toys. Like I hope that there is Darkseid toys so that Ray can have his version of Darkseid and toy.
That's not a Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is. There's a 10-inch McFarlane toy of Darkseid coming out, and the new Steppenwolf as well.
So that's
Spike Bucko.
They're in scale. The list came out. We can't pre-order them yet, but we're getting two new Cyborg figures. So we're getting a regular Cyborg and then Cyborg with his helmet down. We're getting the Flash. We're getting Aquaman. We're getting Batman and a Batman without the cowl on, so just Bruce Wayne's face. And there's a black suit Superman and a regular Superman too. The only thing is, like, a couple of those are exclusives to different places, but they haven't told us where they're exclusives to yet. So, like, the Cyborg with the helmet, he's an exclusive. And the regular blue and red suit Superman, which I thought was interesting that we're getting a blue and red suit Superman, since we're kind of been led to believe that we're not getting a red and blue suit Superman.
Yeah.
I'm looking in your general direction right there. What's up with that? There's a lot of stuff that's revealed through toys. That's all I'm saying. You know, Lego spoils every freaking movie.
That's what I'm saying. See, someone who understands what I'm griping about.
So I'm kind of wondering what this blue and red exclusive Superman suit thing is about. But they got that, and then the Batman without a cowl. But we're getting no new Wonder Woman figure for this line so far.
Maybe because her outfit is identical to BVS, so they probably.
I mean, they just released
the point.
They just released a Wonder Woman figure for Wonder Woman 84. So
maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Except
for Wonder Woman 84 is brighter, you know, the colors are all brighter, but it is what it is. But so there's all that, but then there's two what they call giant figs. And so one is Darkseid, and he's 10 inches instead of 7 inches, because all those figures are 7-inch scale. So it's 3 inches bigger than the regular size figures, and we're getting both Darkseid and Steppenwolf. The new one.
Wow.
I am really excited to see those.
We're gonna be broke. We are gonna be broke, guys.
Oh, we are all gonna be broke, Lorena. It's gonna be like,
oh my god. I'm going to buy the
president. We need another stamp so that way we can buy toys.
it's like, even if San Diego happens this year, I will not be able to buy anything because I will spend everything on like Zack Snyder's Justice League toys. But that's okay. That's the sacrifice I'm willing to make, you know.
Darn it.
Yeah.
They need to have layaway come back, not just Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
But Jacob's asking, when do you think the next activation will occur? No idea. I hope soon.
Yeah.
I hope soon. I know that Cole was telling me there is supposed to be a Mother Box restaurant in London, and I am really, really, really hoping that lockdown eases and that we can go, because me and Fatma plan on going, and I really want to go. Like,
right, I was supposed to look that up for you. Yeah, it was it was somewhere in London. They're redoing a restaurant to make it look like a Mother Box, and they're gonna have like ZSJL theme stuff. I don't think it's a Warner Brothers thing though. I think it's a fan thing.
I don't care. Cool. I don't care. I'll be there. It's like, just tell me where and I'll be there. Send me the address, send me date and time, and I'm there. Like, you know.
Like the Flash. How we've been long time. I mean, here in Spain, we only have a theme park about Warner, so.
Come on, Lorena, hop on a plane, you know. It's not, like, honestly, like, on normal times when it's not bloody lockdown.
I can go. I've been to London already.
Yeah, no, it's actually quite cheap.
It is a what do you call it? A Warner Brothers thing. So the all you have is this Mother Justice League dining experience to coincide with the 2021 release of Zack Snyder. Put the wrong title, so I'm saying the right one. Anyway, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Creative team behind Park Restaurant in London have teamed up with Warner Brothers to create Wonderland Home, an immersive, multi-sensorial meal experience inspired by fan favorite movies and shows you enjoyed at home. Not only collect not just a collectible. This limited edition mother box is packed with snack. Oh, I think we'll be getting it. You can buy it. Is packed with snacks, a sticker made. Okay, so you actually don't go. It's like you buy the meal or something.
Well, and where is it? What kind of restaurant is it then? By the way, speaking of Fatma, she's right here. Hi Fatma, love you.
Fatma.
No, I'll pull up Park Row and see if they've got any.
Zach said special is coming soon. What do we think it is? Well, I think right now it's probably going to be maybe release date or new trailer or both. I mean, that seems like the most reasonable guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've got this weekend who's going to the Super Bowl, and then I think next weekend will be Super Bowl. So like, I feel like we can expect something. We don't know actually. So on the strain of people expecting us to know things, we don't know anything. And that countdown I posted was for inauguration day, not for anything from Zach. I don't know shit. I'm sorry to confuse you. I got so many messages.
Somewhere, someplace, Zach saw your countdown. Is like, crap. How does she know?
You can buy me. Hey, I mean, all the better. As long as you know people can get it, I don't care.
Now
Let's all get it.
Lunch meal.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
You know, I love how Ray Porter plays. So I love how Ray Porter plays Darkseid, but he's always the last person to know about merch.
Right.
Because I'm just seeing him reply to people on Twitter with face like, "Oh shit, I didn't know."
I mean, imagine Ray and Darkseid having a beer together.
That would be fun.
That would be amazing.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I feel like there's not nearly enough activation going around. I mean,
Well, you know, I did see Mick was making a post on Vero about guerrilla marketing and how we can help. And then Zach liked the post on Vero. So I think that means he wants us to try to help. So we got to put our brains together, all three of them. We only have one and a half.
I mean, look, honestly, like any ideas anybody has, you know, just put it together and do it. I mean, we spent 3 years campaigning to get this movie. We can sure as hell campaign to make it a success. So, you know, and it's like,
I found the
They were at the bottom of the box.
They were in a completely different box that looked like padding.
Yeah.
Carry on. Sorry.
Normal guy.
it's priceless.
Glad it didn't suck, man. You would have had.
Yes, pretty much. All of the merch shall be mine. Hello. No, but yeah, I think that like we can all put some stuff together, you know, wherever we are. I actually put up a post earlier this week. Not this week, because this week just began. Jesus. But well, it was yesterday. See, this is what happens when you're stuck at home during lockdown. Days kind of just blow. Like, I wouldn't know what day it is if it wasn't Tuesday and it wasn't stream day. Like, I would have no idea. Anyway. So I put up a post and I was looking for any Czech and Slovak people in the community because we want to create, you know, a community, like a local community kind of thing, and maybe work on events of our own, you know, screenings, stuff like that. So wherever you guys are from, maybe might be worth, you know, doing similar thing, you know, create your own community and stuff. I know, Lorena, you guys, like a Spanish, you have a lot of communities like this, but I don't really know how people in other countries have it. But it might be worth it, you know, just group up together, make a community, make a small group, and do something crazy.
Yeah,
That's amazing, Beaver.
Yeah, that's awesome. This is
I don't
Oh,
leave the
that's
house, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
well, I mean, we have stream and we have all other kinds of stuff, and we are doing this little thing called Justice Con, so
Oh, true.
which we should really start working on, but you know.
Speak for
Yeah.
yourself. I'm not the one who's been binge playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla for over a
Look.
week and not talking to my best friend.
Okay, look, I needed to get Mjolnir, okay? It was important to me to get Thor's hammer. And
Yeah.
I was on a quest.
I feel
You
you.
had to
I
get
feel
it.
you, Nana. I feel you.
Did
Like,
you expand your
Your
map?
understanding for how much effort it takes
Yeah.
to get Thor's hammer.
Everyone relates with Nana, but no one relates with me, who lost my best friend to a video game, and she still won't call
My
me.
friend,
This is the first
my
time
friend
I've
will
talked
relate.
to her in days.
Yeah, my friend will relate. Cole. My friend would be, yeah.
Lorna, how is Cyberpunk going?
I mean, the game it's fucking awesome. Like, but hey, that company has a really big problem.
Right.
It's like Warner
so
Bros.
you
Warner
having-
Bros.
Are you having the glitches on your copy?
I have to say the only glitches I have are like when people from far, I go to them, but the textures are trying to touch sometimes. Like some people don't have face, like. But that's the only thing I've encountered, and my PlayStation is the PlayStation 4 Pro, so I should be experiencing more problems, but I swear. And one crash too.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
it.
have glitches, though.
One of the twins, my brothers, the twins, one twin got the other one the game for Christmas. And I came to the game community because I was like, is it worth it? Because it sounded like it wasn't. And because he's got a PS4, it didn't sound worth it. So we ended up returning it, and he got something else.
Yeah,
Maybe like he's thinking maybe in like 8 months he might try to buy it if they have any.
Tell to him that if I were him, I will wait until the very end of the year, December, because they are going to patch the game a lot this year. Until December, tell him to not buy it.
Yeah, I think that's how it's gonna. He's not, if it Assassin's Creed, and he like a big fan of Assassin's Creed games and like Ghost of Tsushima and Spider-Man. So if it was any of those, he probably would not be able to wait. But because it's not one of his big ones, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I have glitches in Valhalla now because like they're supposed to talk, but they keep like they have mouse closed. So it's like, are you like mind linking this stuff or what? It looks kind of ridiculous, but otherwise it's fine. Amara is asking, what lessons would you all say you've learned from last year's Justice Con that you can take in going into this year's? So we obviously, last year Justice Con was the first one we've ever done, so there was a lot of stuff to learn. Not all of it we can share because some of it, is part of surprises and stuff. But I think that the major thing that you guys notice is we will have more hosts. The amount of hosts last year, because it was just the three of us, it was not possible to keep the same as we, it was not possible to get more hosts at the time due to various.
And also a lot of our guests were only agreeing because they actually knew who we were. So, but for this coming year, we are like Nana said, we're getting more hosts. We have a few new ideas. We've taken a lot of the suggestions from the feedback panel to heart. I'm sorry I keep giggling, but Enosh is being freaking creepy with his mask.
I was like, why are you laughing at me, you bitch?
I was laughing at you. I was laughing at him, not at you.
I like what Joey said. It's my Jeff John's eyes mask. Or as we like to call it,
It's got its own little base that it sits on.
That's cool.
Oh, it's really cool. It's really cool.
Amazing.
Well, guys, hey, so I'm gonna go and keep working on this song, but thank you for asking me to come on and say hi
And show off his toy.
I always like showing off a toy and saying hi and seeing you wonderful women of Mayhem.
Thank you, Enosh.
It's always nice to see you, Enosh.
I got your back. I'm here for you, whatever you need, and I'm just thankful for all of it.
Freaking chicken! This thing is gonna be the doom of my life now.
It's great if you can auto tune it.
Yeah. Oh, that would be amazing.
That and the cough that's like killing me today. Anyway.
That's awesome. All right, guys.
Bye,
Thanks, everybody. And
Bye, Enosh.
see you
Until
on
next time.
Yeah, but
Oh,
to just,
don't fall.
oh my God, what happened?
Don't fall.
Stop throwing one of my Bewitched toys, so I may have to open it.
What?
Oh no.
I'll still save the
we can fix that.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
Okay.
We'll do it.
Fix it. No, but to close off on the Justice Con, we are looking into expanding the convention a little bit more. So, like, bring in more of the convention experiences to you. So, not just the panels. We want to bring some other stuff as well. Again, can't talk about it yet because it's not done yet, and it's gonna be a surprise. But yeah, we want to expand it. We want to make it even more interactive if possible. And yeah, we just hope that you guys will have a lot of fun because we will have a lot of fun putting it together. So there's always that.
Once Zach has a release date, we'll be closer to having a what do you call it? A date for our convention because we're all on that release date.
Yeah, like once we know when the movie's coming out and stuff, things will likely start moving a bit.
Pretty quickly.
Like,
as they
will start moving for you as well because you will start seeing our announcements, stuff like that. It will more, we will be able to like tell things that we are not able to obviously say now. So yeah, that's about Justice Con.
Yeah, pretty excited.
Yes, very.
Hey, we're excited as well. I mean, last year was a lot of fun and everybody made it amazing, especially people who just came and hang out and stuff. And yeah, so it should be awesome. But yeah, otherwise, promoting Zack Snyder's Justice League, just do whatever you can and make it successful.
Right now promoting the movie is the priority.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday, but we kind of like the idea
that. Too. Sorry.
What is that? That is cute. Aww.
It's a love cat.
I want to hug it.
That was in my stocking too. Sorry to interrupt you, honey.
No, I was gonna say that like maybe someday, but I kind of like the idea that it's online because it gives access to a lot of people who don't have convention access otherwise. So, I think that we will always strive to have it somewhat accessible online for those who can't travel and stuff. But definitely it would be great in-person experience as well. I mean, we always love meeting fellow nerds and stuff. So
yeah.
There's a question for Tiv here from Russia.
Yeah. Are we doing the next watch along on Twitch? Yes, we are actually still waiting to hear back from the appeal. So that's something that, if all goes well, we're not sure if we are able to stream again, if it's going to be Friday or if we have to wait until Saturday because we're not sure about that 24-hour period, unless we hear from it sooner. So if that's the case, just because we don't want to get dinged for something as simple as, hearing some similar music or something like that, we may have to start doing, start on YouTube and say, hey guys, we're going to go follow us over to Twitch. just because at least there we won't get, I mean, we could possibly even show it that way, which is one thing that everyone, you know, we can't show it because of copyright. So maybe we can show it there. So we're looking into that, and we are definitely going to leave messages out. So we will let you guys know in the next couple of days.
There you go. That's your answer. Next thing I wanted to talk about, so we can switch on the topics, but I think this one is possibly the most important that we talk about today, and that is the recent news about Ray Fisher.
I'll put the chicken away.
Yeah.
We're getting serious now. I gotta put the chicken away. So as far as what happened with Ray Fisher, I mean, I think that we've all seen Ray's announcement about being left out of the Flash. Obviously, then there was the recording that he posted. What are your thoughts, girls, on this entire situation? And you know, just overall, floor is yours. Talk. I will just jump in as we go.
I mean, I think I talk a lot with my mom about this matter, and they could just fix a lot of things if they remove the persons that are, because they are being racist. They are and they are not fixing an industry that Ray is because people think Ray is doing this for himself, but it's also to make this industry better for more people to come and to change, because Hollywood sometimes feels like it works like it worked in the past, like they haven't changed. And this year I'm learning a lot about the behind the scenes in studios and all that. And I mean, if I wish I could be the CEO of Warner or Warner Media, because I know right now what I would do. And right now, if you really want the Flash movie to be a success, because apparently it's what they want it to be, you don't remove an actor that is speaking out, a black person that is speaking out about racism in a freaking studio. The movie is going to be tainted from now. They are being, apart from racist, they are also being stupid. And I'm angry, and I don't want to say something worse, but that's my take, and that's what I can say right now. But they need to change, and it's not difficult. I think it's not difficult to change.
It's obvious things are getting a little bit closer to the surface, like Ray posting that clip from his meeting. I think that they must be quaking in their boots now, because they're like, oh shit, he kept the receipts. And they're probably like, they have to realize they will be held accountable. Ray gets to stay in Cyborg or not. They will be held accountable, and that's all he cares about, is literally accountability. They think this is like a grab for more parts or something, but it's like, how? Where? Like, literally where? Where in the history of anything forever has someone practically nuked their career to stop systematic racism and mistreatment on set? And they're like, oh, but you gotta tell us your sources. And it's like, he's speaking out because he's confident in his ability to not just represent his own issues, but other people, and his ability to protect himself. He's protecting other people who are not in the same position as him, who have been abused or racist against on the set. And it's like, oh, we want your sources. Like, no, you're not going to get his fucking sources. That would make him an untrustworthy person. And it's like, Gal has said something. Like, isn't that enough for you? Your biggest moneymaker right now, freaking Wonder Woman, said something. And it's like, oh, well, that's not enough. Like, what else? What's it going to do? Does the Pope have to say something?
No,
Maybe.
I feel like it's staggering the amount. Like you see things like people coming to a defense of Chris Pratt over I don't even know what the heck it was. It was a Twitter poll, wasn't
It was
it?
a
Like
meme or
and
something.
there was like this entire freaking outrage over that, and it wasn't even harmful in any way. It was nothing. There has been like big, movements almost like to save James Gunn's integrity and all that stuff. But there is deafening silence out there when it comes to supporting a black actor
Yeah.
in Hollywood because he's speaking up against something.
Yeah.
And I think this brings up another thing, and it sort of goes with what Jacob here said. It is disappointing to me how leadership at DC Films fails to live up to the ideals of the characters they have under their control. And I think this is one of the things that we as a society are kind of facing here. It's just how rotten we get to be, like especially people who hold on to power. We read about superheroes and we read all these books with where the hero always does the good thing and stands up for what's good, and at the end of the day, even though it doesn't necessarily look like they gonna come on top, they do, because the good always wins. And that's what they teach you when you're a kid, and that's kind of what you get. But I don't feel like these days many people live up that example. I feel like it's just, even when you look at Twitter and you look at what Ray Fisher is doing right now, either people are assuming that he's trying to get attention, or they cannot understand why he is nuking his career, as they put it. He's nuking his career. They cannot understand. It's like you are doing the good thing, the fair thing, the thing that should be done according to all these tales and all these comics and all these stories. You're doing all that. You're being the good person and you're fighting for greater good at your own sacrifice. But in real life, you're considered stupid for doing that.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
literally how society looks at it. That's literally how society looks at it. And I think it speaks a lot about said society, because minority of people actually says he's doing a good thing. It disappoints me so much to see people on Twitter in our own community say that he should have been quiet so that we could get, because he nuked not his career, not just his career, but also an opportunity for Snyderverse. And my answer to that is that really necessary? Is that really more important to you than having, justice in what happened?
Yeah.
Do you care more about a movie than the people who helped bring that movie to the screen?
If it was a white guy speaking out, a white male specifically speaking out about shit like this, it would have been handled. It would have been open and shut case. They wouldn't even have done an investigation. They'd be like, done. We'll handle it. But also, for a lot of people, it also has to do with internalizing, not like, I'm not saying internalized racism, I'm saying like internalized ability to like kind of see it from Ray's point of view. Because Ray is in this really unique place for someone who is trying to change the world. He's able to see what's been done to him and other people, and he can speak out about it. The other day, I made a Twitter post about not saying the R word, and as I was writing it, I realized I had to own up to the fact that I had stopped talking about something like that means so much to me, about not using that term, because I had been pushed back by friends so many times. People had like shouted me down, had told me I was being an idiot, called me the word, and it caused so many fights both on Twitter and off that like it became hard to speak out about it. And so I let myself fall into this place of complacency. And it's the same thing with everybody surrounding Ray's situation. Like, you talk about it and everything, but you get used to people telling you you're wrong or stupid or whatever. And so you kind of just stop speaking out, even though it's so important. But it's like also there's this whole and they see it as a stigma. Like if Ray was a white man, they wouldn't be like so sensitive and so like and to speak out. They'd be more likely to suddenly jump up and help him, just like they were with James Gunn or with Chris Pratt and everything. And like for their situations, that was big shit. I mean, like Chris Pratt was nothing. For James Gunn, he genuinely was doing shit wrong. But like Ray's done nothing wrong except for open up his mouth and speak about the truth, about what seeing and what some people might not realize. And that's like having to try to speak awareness into the world. And it's disgusting that we don't see more people willing to put themselves out there like he is. And like it's all about like it's not just accountability for the people doing it wrong, it's accountability for people who haven't spoken out correctly, who haven't stood by him as loudly as they possibly could.
Yeah, I think this is another problem in what Cole mentions. You know, you fall into a place of, you know, you become complacent, and it's, you know, I can't tell you how many times in my life I've spoken to my mom and I was explaining to her even what we are doing with the movement and stuff, you know, like raising money for AFSP and speaking out and like artistic integrity aspect of it all and all that stuff. And I can't tell you how many times she would tell me, like, she wouldn't be, you know, condescending or anything, but basically her approach to it was, well, you're not going to change anything anyway. And I feel like that says so much about the world that we live in right now, because there are so many people who don't speak up, even though they disagree, because they don't feel like they can change what's going on, what is wrong. And I think that is wrong. We need to speak up, just like we need to vote, just like we need to do all this kind of stuff. We need to fight for what we believe in.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. That's why it's important that we support Ray right now, because it is something that we believe in. It is something that we fought for as this movement. We fought for not just for the movie, but for justice for people who were behind that movie, because we knew that they were wrong. We knew that if Zach was wrong, it probably wasn't just him. And so when we're doing all this stuff, we're doing it for them. So now when they're telling us, even if it's just one of them, shit went down, we should listen. And we should be the main force, the main driving force, supporting him in this. So, you know, when I see all this approach, even within our own community, I am super disappointed. Because at the end of the day, yes, the movie, we're getting the movie and we've done the impossible and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it wasn't just about the movie. There were so many things that were more important than that.
And like a lot of people have been saying that there's no reason to be mad at Hamada because he's a person of color too. That does not matter. People of color can enable other people of color to be discriminated against. It goes back in history since literally forever. Like you cannot use the fact that he is Asian as a reason not to be mad at him or not to hold him accountable, because it's basically like he's acting as if like it's okay because you're not one of my people. That's why I'm not going to speak out. And that's what he's making. He's trying to be the good company man who's like, oh, I'll let you do whatever you want, just and keep me in the big seat. But that doesn't matter. He has to be held as much accountable as everybody else. And and the fact that that they've decided that they're going to continue his contract just after Ray said that he wouldn't work with him is just obviously they're trying to win this game in the media first. but they're not going to, because this movement is not going to let them, because we're going to keep holding them accountable. And if we have to make sure it hurts them where their money is, then we'll make sure it hurts them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's the main thing that people don't get either, is the fact that I saw people have, like sarcasm and blatant like frustration and hate towards it. Like, oh, just because he can't be in the Flash movie, and people don't get that. It's not about him not being in the Flash movie. Yeah. That's not what the movie's about. Yeah, that would have been cool to bring that storyline in. It would have been cool to expound on that, see how they work together, especially coming out of Justice League. But it's the fact that he was treated the way that he was. And how many people in Hollywood do you know? He doesn't just say, like you said, accountability over entertainment. He is willing to put his career on the line to do what's right, whether that's for him, the people he works with, anything.
Exactly. And like, usually you don't even realize that, and you don't even realize it, but sometimes you won't see actors speak out like that until they until they have really big careers and they have seniority. But he doesn't. Like, this is it's even bigger deal, the fact that he's only been in one motion picture and now he's going to have maybe one other show. It's like, what does that tell you? That should really be a big sign to people that he's not fucking around. This isn't fake.
No. Yeah. And it shows his character, though. It's like he's standing up for himself, but he's also standing up for the others that are too afraid to say something or won't or can't.
Because some people, they genuinely can't. For him, he said it. If Ray said multiple times, he's in a place where he feels confident in speaking out, and he's not in the same. Not everyone else is, because he's like, yes, it's a job, but I can afford to speak out right now because I can still pay my rent. I can still live my life, and if I lose acting, I can still continue with my life. He's in a situation that not everybody else is like in that same spot. Not everyone else who's complained is like, I'm not saying that Ray's rich. He's obviously not, but like, he's not super duper, like, everyone's not super duper rich and can afford to, like, from everyone down to like a staffer to someone who gets coffee, they can't really speak out about abuse, because if they do, there goes any career. There goes the fact that they can pay their rent right now in a pandemic. Like, so that's why Ray is also keeping his sources quiet, because he respects and understands where this position that he is in is comfortable enough for him to speak out, but not for everyone else who's a victim.
But he understands the seriousness and the severity of it and takes that seriously. But I mean, it makes me think, though, too, is, this is like a community of nerds. I mean, yes, it's awesome to be one now and to stand up and be like, heck yeah, I'm a nerd and I'm proud of it. But, you think back 20 years, 30 years even, that it was a stigma. It was a bad thing. And so if we're of that generation, then we were bullied and we were picked on and we were pushed down and we were made to feel like crap. And it's people like him that are standing up for the person inside of us that went through that. So it's like, that's where I also feel empowered myself, just by seeing what he's doing. He's standing up for like the people, when you have those scenes in the movie where the Flash falls on Wonder Woman, she didn't want to do that scene. He didn't want to do that scene. Her stunt double didn't want to do that scene.
Their body doubles had to do that scene. Like,
exactly.
You have to go down the list to the point where it's the person you're using for that scene is the one they use just for lighting and stuff. You should, like, where in your brain, like, where in your brain does it not tell you this is a bad idea? Like, it's just,
And it's like, you know what? I agree with what Cole said about, not everybody's in the position to speak out as loudly as Ray did. And I said, you have to stand up for something. And it doesn't necessarily mean, you have to be there and shout from the rooftops, because not everybody's in that position. And I don't want anybody to feel like, I am in the corner and I'm not speaking out. I am a bad person. You're not, because life is not black and white, and sometimes you just cannot stand on the top and yell. You have to do things differently. You have to do, smaller things or quieter things. But that doesn't mean you're not standing up for what you believe in.
Yeah.
Or if you're not being heard.
Yeah. And you know what? Even if it's like, so again, it's up to us. Simple tweets, simple stuff like that. We can stand up for what we believe in, and we don't have to be in a special position to do it. And there are so many ways in which you can do it as well. And what Ray is doing is just so important right now.
Yeah, like we're looking, and this has been a boys' club for way too freaking long, and everyone's been towing the company line for way too long, and it's not okay. It's too much. And this is a great point. Joss has been a horrible bully since like the 80s, and a lot of us didn't realize it until like mid 2000s, because no one could hear Charisma Carpenter from Buffy speaking out about her abuse at Joss's hands, or the two stunt doubles who had their careers completely nuked by Joss because they dared get married. Like Charisma with her character, he completely destroyed her character because she got pregnant and he wanted her to have an abortion and she wouldn't. And so the treatment, and then that's what led to more bad treatment on set. And at the time, her character, I guess, like maybe her role in Hollywood wasn't big enough, and people weren't really listening. But Ray's even bringing attention to that. It's like, this is not like, these people have precedence. This doesn't just happen overnight. It's all about finding it and holding them accountable for every last offense. Joss Whedon has still not been held accountable for what he did to Charisma Carpenter, and he needs to be held accountable for it.
Yeah, it's a shame that, because it's like we are in the past, like we haven't moved forward a bit, and I don't know. It's, some people say that I have friends that wanted to be actors and actresses and all that, but they know what it's like behind the scenes, and it's like, I'm not even going to try to be there, like, because it has to be so much shit going on, and especially with women and people of color, but we are in 2021. It's like
This shit should not be happening.
Exactly. It's like with homophobia. We have to move on. We have to change.
You know what? It's not like, so the thing is that we are in a unique position right now, at this point in history, at this point in time, with how media progressed and where it is now, and the industry we're talking about. It's us fans who are in a unique position to start the change or help the change, because we didn't have platforms like this, say 10, 20 years ago. The support, there were times when if somebody spoke up, the support from fans could not have come in the same way that it comes today. With all these live streams, with tweets, with all that stuff, we can make noise. We as fans have now the platforms to make noise, and we don't have to rely on official media to do so, which hasn't been here before. Not in this form, especially not in a form it developed during the pandemic. And I think that it's important that we realize that we have this voice, because it's not just movies. It's not just comic book movies. It's not just Hollywood. This expands everywhere, to every single industry you can think of. I mean, I grew up as a sports person. I did sports since I was a kid. And because I was a girl in predominantly male sports, I suffered consequences for it, because I was a massive minority amongst a majority. And, it was the sport I was in, it was full of corruption, the similar kind of corruption that we see here. it was like, it was exchanging favors. It was all about that kind of stuff. It was full of bullies, outright bullies, who thought that they're on the top for various reasons, because they have connections, because they have money, because they have this and that. And sports industry, various sports around the world suffer from it because they failed to actually raise a generation of a good sportsman due to that corruption. So, like, even if I talk about experience from that, I could go down to the bottom of it and get to the similar issue that Hollywood has now.
Yeah.
And there is racism, there is other stuff, and it's all together, and at the end it ends up being a problem. And the problem is that, corruption and all that, and prejudice, and people who are not falling in line with whatever you set up in there, they get blacklisted, they get kicked out, they get shunned, and they don't have the backup in order to defend themselves many times. And that's where we can change things. Because now Ray, again, he's not falling in line. He's not doing what they want him to do, which is shut up, frankly. But we have the platform, and we have the voice, and we can support him, and we can make sure that this doesn't get swept under the carpet like it usually does.
Yeah.
And that bullying also comes, it starts in Hollywood, but people see that and condone that behavior. And I mean, that's even seen within our community. It's seen within other channels. It's seen where the bullying, if you don't stand on the side that they stand on, because they have their own platform, they have their own channels, then they feel that, well, I can say what I want here too. I mean, just because if you don't fall in line with my way of thinking, that's still bullying. I mean, that's why we have cyberbullying. That's why we have all these other things going on in 2021. Just if you believe in one side or the other, even with, the Ray Fisher thing, if you believe this side or not with Zack Snyder, it's like, we got to just stop. We've got to stop it across the board.
Yeah. And I have one question, okay? Because I'm still learning about all these things, but journalism is about, telling the truth, and
It's supposed to be.
yeah, exactly. Why are journalists telling lies for people who are in control of?
Because
something
they want access. That's basically it.
It's access. You get access if you lie.
And a lot of them saw what happened to Shiraz.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, we're not going to speak up because that's what happened to this dude.
Yeah.
This is where like things are. This is where the freedom of media comes into play. It's it's like media are not neutral. It's just not. And it's important that we read media, but we also make a fair judgment on where they stand on the spectrum. And whether we're talking politics or Hollywood or anything else, media is not neutral. It depends who owns it. It depends who writes for it. It really depends on so many things. And our freedom of speech depends on free media. But we need to be able to judge media with the lens where we look at it and we say, okay, so what do they have to gain from writing this, And in many cases, it is contacts. They get access. They post what the studio wants them to post, and in return, they get access to the premieres, to the inside exclusives, to all that stuff. And if you can post the exclusive first, obviously you get more readers. You get quoted. You are the source. And they want that. They want it. This is, again, why I think that it's really, really great what Zach is doing. And even what Ray is doing, because Ray said, I will only go to Shiraz. I think this is where it's great what Zach and Ray are doing, that they choose who to give their attention.
Yeah.
And they don't exchange it for favors. Like, I mean, Zach has been on our stream multiple times and stuff like
We're
that.
nobodies.
We are nobodies. But he's been on other streams as well. And it's just like dealing with him. He doesn't ask for favors. That's just not how it is. So I think that's why it's important, because they give voice to those of us who are not asking for favors, who are not like, who want to actually show, you know, who actually want those guests to speak their mind, speak what they have to say without, you know, a promise of, hey, you know, we will give you something special, something extra.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's ultimately what it boils down to. These, you know, media giants, the business for them is to have something nobody else has. And if studios promise them, then they will write whatever the heck the studio wants them to.
So like everything is corrupted.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's always about exchange of favors. But
It's that.
yeah, Julian made a really good point here, that it has become just how the system is, and that is why it's a problem. It's not just Hollywood, it's everywhere. This is what the system is we live in. Wherever you look around yourself, that's how it is.
Yeah.
And, you know, it goes from the very small cases all the way to the top. I mean, even us in our normal routine daily lives, how many times in your life you were like, hey, oh, can you do this because we know each other? Can you do me this favor? I mean, it starts from the smallest things and it goes all the way to the top. But we as a society forgot to put a stop to it. Like at one point, it's not just favors. At one point, it's you know, influencing way too many people's lives, and it's ruining people's lives. And we just completely disregarded that there is that line, and we just went all the way to the top, and that's where we are now. And it is a problem, because that's how the entire system is. And if we want to ever change it, the best way to change it is we start with ourselves and with, you know, our kids, if we have them. But
yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, it's because like you can't even be an individual wanting to everything to change if you are just one. Like you have to be lucky to get other colleagues or, you know, people who work with you to support your cause and to change the whatever company, right? It's like it's hard to change these things. I don't know, it's sad. I sometimes I wish I was famous or had money to change a lot of things, because I will do so many things, and it's like it sucks. But I don't know.
I think that goes back to Ray Fisher, though, on the fact that he does have the celebrity, he does have the money, he does have the platform that he can use to stand up for the little guy, including himself. And people, that, you know, they want to make him out to be a martyr and that he wants to do this for attention. And he's not. He's standing up for what's right. He's trying to lead by example.
Yeah.
And we just have to take that example.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why, if you haven't, please sign that petition that's in the description. Please do. Please sign it. Please share it. Please tweet and write posts and keep being vocal about this. And, you know, the change starts with the smallest things. And if it's a signature on a petition, it's a signature on a petition, you know?
Yeah.
We have to start somewhere. We have to, you know, small steps, and it's a long road and all that stuff, but we can do it. I think we can do it if we believe in it. I mean, we did crazy stuff before.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we're kind of getting a movie that shouldn't even exist, according to
exactly.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, we should believe in ourselves. Like as a movement, as a group of people, we should believe in ourselves and in what we can do, I think.
Yeah.
So we don't end this discussion on like depressive note, because I kind of took it down. It's like I heard myself talking. I was like, Jesus, dude. everybody's gonna leave depressed out of this one. Yeah, no.
I was thinking about
You're
this.
putting that thing away.
Well, you said you didn't want everyone to be depressed, so what's better than a rubber chicken? Not much.
So where that
Yeah.
chicken? Well, since we don't want everyone to be depressed, there is one more news that we wanted to discuss, and that was this. A new Joker clip appeared on the wild internet.
Yeah.
It was sexy.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
to be horny on Maine, but come on, count me down as heroes.
it's Jared Leto. You're allowed to be,
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hi.
Hi.
Um,
Oh my god.
see, Jessica says the chicken can make it better, so I'll shut up.
Yeah.
No, but
We go into a show hosted by ACS, and there's fire emojis in the chat, and now our show is starting to get chicken emojis.
Heck
this
yeah.
is what we're gonna be known for one day.
We gotta get
Oh
we
my
gotta
god.
get more cat emojis.
If this
Yeah,
is my
cats are
legacy,
nice.
then I'm okay with that.
I have Babu
Yeah.
Frick, but he's in the other room.
Yeah.
And it's so cute because he's got that little voice and he's like, droid
Oh.
is ready.
That's cool.
Really
Yeah.
air cat.
Why
Yeah.
do you think? Why do you
So
think
we weren't even aware. Like it somehow didn't come across our radar that Aircut was doing a trending event, but you guys smashed it out of the park. It was
But I
literally
actually
Yeah.
retweeted it, but then I wasn't online.
yeah, that's what happens
Yeah.
when you fall down a freaking video game hole. I'm not joking.
Yes,
Wild.
I lost a few days. I will not lie. Like I
No, Hollis, say
completely.
what?
That one's on me. That one's on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is why which was when
Cole,
David Ayer released
Cole,
the clip.
you're going on a timeout. I swear.
Who is?
Cole is. Cole and her stupid chicken.
I haven't named the chicken yet.
I'm going to ask Cole to send me an audio with the chicken to use it as an
Yeah,
alarm
Cole-
every
Cole-
morning.
Cole's
As an
gonna
alarm?
make a special chicken cut and she's gonna put it on. She's gonna put it on YouTube. Coming soon.
Non-stop.
Oh god. What have you done?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. That's
No, I
all.
was talking to the chicken. What have you done?
Yeah, that Joker clip is to Warner Brothers when he said you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes. Very accurate.
I was trying to figure out like the context because he's wearing his tux, so it's before he goes. I think it's before he goes to pick up Harley.
Yeah, I
But
think
it'll
so.
be definitely interesting for when we do get the haircut.
Why did he post the clip? Why did he
He
post
po-
the clip?
He posted it because he saw that the fandom was getting getting it trending.
Oh my gosh. I'm looking.
I
Oh
want-
yeah, Katana.
I want to see a version of that. I also want to, because we got that tiny little clip, but I want to see that iconic, picture of, Harley and Joker with her in the Jester outfit, or they're like face to face dancing, but then also.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's
want
just supposed to be a memory, her thinking of it, but I still need it.
Mhm.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, me too.
I want that statue to put in
Yeah.
their display case.
That would be
Do you
cool.
girls think that making Zack Snyder's Justice League a success could be a good path to a cut as well, not just like
Mm.
further Justice League movies?
I hope so. I think
Yeah.
I think that it would be bad business for them not to do it.
Yeah.
Especially if I like from what we know, Aircut is pretty much done, more complete than what Zack had.
Yeah, right? He said that.
Yeah, I think it's like all
yeah,
shot.
it's pretty much done. There's like maybe one or two things to do, he said. Like not even big things either.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
I love you too.
I mean, if it did drop before Guns movie, it would be our mission, should we choose to accept it, to make it more successful than Guns movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, count
Like
me
the
in.
like, you know, I love
bigger as the Joker.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what Zach's doing with him. I've been loving Jared's like quotes on Zach. Like he's a madman, he's a warrior.
Did you guys see it?
Yeah.
He did an interview. It was like Zach is a warrior. He's a madman, and I love him.
And he was smiling, and he was smiling, and everything. Like people just love Zach, and you can notice.
Yeah, it's like whoever ever works with him is like doesn't have a bad word to say about him.
Mm-hmm.
But then you go and you just like I that's what I don't get. Like so much hate outside from people who don't know him, and then whoever knows him doesn't have a bad word about him.
Like that weird lady yesterday who was like, "Oh my God, can Zach read the room?" It's like, woman, are you okay? Do you need help?
Oh yeah, I was
what's happening with
so
that girl?
hard because like I open notifications, and that's the thing about shared account, right? So like sometimes you just don't know what has been posted because the other one posted it.
Yeah.
And I open the notifications, and I just see so many, and there's a post, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, what's going on? Is everybody all right? So I open it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, that is a very accurate reaction.
Like I genuinely couldn't tell. Is this woman all right? Like, because her takes, she's like, "Oh, I'm getting the same reaction to hating Zack Snyder as I get as a woman," and a reporter like, bitch.
Bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
she didn't even get hate.
Second
Like,
of all,
she got
you were
maybe two bad comments, but she didn't even get hate. She just was told by people like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
It was like, I don't know, man.
It's
I
like
think that
you're like if you are going there's like I've said 1,000 times, there's a difference between criticizing something and then just being an outright dick. You don't have to like Zack Snyder. You don't have to like his work. You don't have to be excited for the cut, and you can say that, but you don't have to be like, "Oh my God, he doesn't know how to read the room," and it's like, I think you
can literally not talk about it. You can literally mute the name Zack Snyder and never hear about him again. Like the joys of, the ability to censor things on Twitter that you don't want to see. It is a great feature. It is a great feature, honestly. Like, and then
it's like, I'll be happy if I never have to hear his name again. Then mute him.
Yes, it's a great thing, and it's like. And then, like, how, coming on and saying bullshit on Twitter, knowing full well that you're gonna get attacked. I mean, you're just doing it for attention.
And it wasn't even attacking. People were just telling her that, hey, like, yeah, the room asked for this, and we asked for this. It was literally not an attack. Like, I was actually genuinely really impressed with the fandom, because usually, like, some parts of the fandom will see someone tweet like that, and they'll attacking the person, like guns blazing, but everyone was being really respectful and really nice about it, and I was actually like, you know what, good job, us, we did a good job.
Someone said HBO Max read the room.
Right?
Yeah.
What's that?
You guys talk. Yeah, I hear Gotham City Sirens and
I want to see that,
and I get to show this.
Oh my God, I love them.
Cool.
Imagine the sex.
That's so
my birthday present from our lovely Meg.
That is awesome.
I love it.
That picture is so like quintessentially me and Nana.
I love it so much.
And I'm like,
yeah, this is essentially like our dynamic in a nutshell. Like, she comes with a crazy idea, and I'm like,
I'm the unhinged one.
Yeah.
But
it's like cold. It happens to me too, because with my best friend, she's like Ivy and I'm Harley. So
one of our best friends since forever, we call her name's Rainy. She's our Catwoman, 100%. Not just because she's obsessed with cats, but like she literally embodies Selena. Like sometimes she's ready to go off on the crazy adventures with us, and other times she's like,
No.
She's also
Really?
the type of a person whom you offer a really comfy bed and she just finds a box to sleep in. Like literally.
Really?
She comes to my house and sleeps and naps on the floor every time. Like I haven't seen her since COVID, but literally she'll come to my house and take like a 10-minute nap on my floor. And like, so it's gotten to the point where I make sure like it's freshly vacuumed. I make sure there's a blanket for her to just grab and pull over herself.
She's just like she's a special kind. We love her very much.
And she likes expensive sparkly things.
She sounds cool.
What girl doesn't though?
Not
Yeah.
even really. I like everything that I own is surgical steel.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that you don't like expensive sparkly things. It just means that you don't wear them because you would break them.
True. That's so true. I had to get earrings that most people that are getting gauges use because they lock in. Because when I was younger, my mom kept buying me white gold hoops and I kept losing them. And it wasn't because like I would take it off. I would be out playing with in the snow with my dog.
No.
And it would she wouldn't even hit me in the head or anything. It would just disappear. And I'd be like,
What is it?
so I have earrings that lock on my ears. Are so good.
See, my sparkly things come with like clothes and and jewelry and stuff like that. But it's also I'm a boy mom, so my diamonds are also like on the baseball field and the sports thing.
Yeah.
So
This
That's
I
nice.
love. Chris Wong had the best response to that ever.
Oh my god, I laughed so hard. Have you guys seen it? That video?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
like vision.
That was the best thing. I was laughing too much. Like
Yeah, me too.
Like it's so annoying too because people were like saying, oh, like for Endgame or whatever, they were willing to put on adult diapers, but then the second it's not Marvel doing their canned shit, they're like, oh, that's ridiculous. It's like,
and it's like it's not even going to the cinema. You can actually watch it at home and pause it. And I mean we hope to go to the cinema, but it's not having like a wide theatrical release as the normal movies have.
Yeah.
You can just
if you don't have to grab my pants, you can just take your time, watch through it.
Yeah, it's like
And I can take instead of 4, which actually works too.
yeah, they just want to complain. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But I mean,
We're getting it. I don't care how we're getting it.
yeah. I mean, I always watch the Twilight movies without taking a break.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch a 4-hour movie. Believe me.
I've done that with
Lorena, have you ever gamed for 10 hours straight?
10 hours, 48 hours.
There you go. So,
Wow.
4-hour movie. What is it even?
It's
But,
nothing.
I know this kind of stuff. Like I am horrible when I start playing Sims. Any other game I can figure out how to get away with, like, few hours and I can leave it. But with Sims, I am capable of losing 2 days in a row without knowing. It's like I don't play it at all or I play it nonstop and there is no in between.
Well, I have a problem because that happens to me with every video game. Like the time goes.
The thing is like video games, like majority of the regular games have some sort of an ending. Like you do quests and you kind of break the game down based on things. With Sims, like people are always like, well, you play Sims, you're not a real gamer. But Sims is endless game. There is no quest to finish. There is nothing. You just keep going and going and going.
There's no end. There's no end.
So you start playing and 3 generations and 3 days later you're like, what is life? What just happened?
My son
sometimes she'll have me on the phone and I'll be able to hear her stomach growl. I'm like, have you eaten? Huh?
There's one more level I gotta beat. My son actually just got the game. Now of course I'm saying this, I'm gonna forget it. It's not Napoleon Dynamite. It's what's the movie? And this is gonna be for everyone in here. What's the movie with Brandon Routh? And he was one of the boyfriends that he had to fight.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Pilgrim.
Yes.
Yeah, the new one, right?
I worked all day today, so my brain is a little fried. So my son got the little like 8-bit, 32-bit game that you can play. And so he's like, he worked all day too. So he's like, I need to play this game and check it out. So I'm like, it's funny that it's like the old school, but it's still very cool. Like it's like the one they had when it came out, but they brought it back.
Yeah, it's amazing. I didn't knew that they were going to release it. Like I already buy it.
Yeah,
So,
it looks fun.
It's amazing.
And but it's not just games. Like you have Netflix and you have a TV show. How many of us have binge watched TV shows for hours? Like I can't tell you how many times Netflix asks me if I'm still watching. Like I don't know like how I should feel about it when they ask me. I'm still here. Trust me, I'm still here.
Yeah.
That's mostly me with books.
I binged this show in like a matter of 2 weeks.
Oh, Mr. Robot.
I haven't watched that show.
I love it.
It's good. I have it on my list.
It is. I would definitely. It's one of those shows that it was like one more episode. So it's like I had to start it on the weekend, or I would not be having any sleep for work the next day. So.
When I was younger, I used to binge watch a lot.
Have a good night. Well, not night. You have a different time zone, but whatever you have.
If I'm binging alone, then I get into that sort of hole. But most of the time lately, I've been binging with my dad or my little brother. And like, yeah, we can go pretty far, but then like those two always have a limit, and I'm not. So I'm like, oh, come on, one more. But that doesn't always work. But when I was younger, and I think it was when I was watching Torchwood for the first time, and it was like 3 seasons I had to catch up on to get to the recent season. And I was watching it day and night. This was before I met Nana, 24/7. And I had an older Mac computer that was pure titanium, and the problem with it, I had damaged it somehow, and the battery would overheat. And I fell asleep with my arm under my laptop, and I woke up to a burn. And I was like, "Who else gets burnt? Binge watching a South Park? Like, really?" That's when I realized I might have a problem.
I think the other thing that is good and bad with binging these shows, and I don't know if they've done this more so since COVID because they can kind of throw them out there real quick for us to binge, is some of these shows that are like 7, 8, 9 episodes long. Like I was able to watch The Queen's Gambit, or me and Inash were both able to watch Raised by Wolves, because when you see that they're like 8 to 10 episodes, you're like, I can watch that in a couple days.
But then they split it up.
Yeah, and it's like a movie each hour, and it's like it takes it out of you. Like Raised by Wolves, my brain hurt. It's like I needed that break for, I could watch 2 or 3, and then I needed a little bit.
Well, with Raised by Wolves, they were doing it week by week, which was really annoying if you were watching that way.
That's why I waited until it was done. But
I'm not patient enough. I'm so not patient. We just finished watching Gangs of London. We binged the first season, and we were doing 2 episodes a night because it was just way too good to not watch it. It was funny though. The selling point to get us to watch Jimmy Fallon saying he had watched an episode on recommendation of one of his other stage guys, and he was like, "This is the most violent show." And I turned to my dad. I'm like, "Sign us up." I was like, "This checks all the boxes. We're gonna laugh our dicks off."
It's amazing. I just watched it because one of the actors is from Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, I need to watch Peaky Blinders.
Yeah,
that might be
you love Ada Shelby. Remember Ada Shelby? You will love her.
My girlfriend is trying to get me to watch Bridgerton. Anyone watch that? Is it good?
Me.
Is it good? Isn't it like 7, 8, 9 episodes?
8 episodes. But I'm not into straight stuff.
Well, I've heard good and bad, so that's why I'm like, is it worth? I mean, it's only 8 episodes.
It's entertaining. It's like I want to see what happens next. It's like I've been to watch the same day it came out. I didn't think I was going to like it because it's too straight for me.
Straight for me.
That's
Yeah.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah, but it's amazing. I recommend it because it's like I want to know because it's mysterious in some parts because of one character, and that gets you hooked up, and that's amazing.
awesome. Well, now
I
I'm gonna
recommend it.
let you know.
Yeah,
You know,
there are sex scenes, okay? Sex scenes, like romantic scenes.
Well, that's how The Witcher was, and I like that.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
Go watch it with your kids. That's
Oh yeah. As long as they're not like secretly watching it when I'm sleeping.
yeah, you probably if that's the case, you probably won't stop it though.
I have a house full of teenage boys. I'm in trouble.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we're
it's cool.
about to start with my housemate. We're about to start. If you guys are into anime, we're about to start Soul Eater.
Oh,
And the whole reason we got to this, and now this is absolutely ridiculous, okay, but it goes back to our gaming sessions on Valhalla. Because in that game, you can get Excalibur in that game. So we did this whole quest, of getting Excalibur.
Oh, okay.
And
I know what you're talking about.
you're getting where I'm coming from now. So I remembered from the anime that stupid song that he was singing because Excalibur is one of the Soul Eater characters. He's a minor character, but still is.
yeah.
And he's singing that stupid song, and it's stuck in my head. So I had to play it to him, and he's not an anime person, but he heard that and he goes, "Okay, this sounds like something that I might actually want to see." So now we will be starting to watch Soul Eater because of that.
Well, it's amazing, the anime. One
I
of the
never
best.
finished it. That might be one I'll watch with my little brother. My little brother and I have been on an anime kick for like the last 2-3 months. We just binge watched Geass. Before that, it was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now we're on to a Netflix one that's Sirius the Jaeger, which is really good, by the way.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
amazing. Yeah, I mean,
I want to watch Death Note.
oh,
It's so
what-
good.
Death Note is
Death
good.
Note is like the
what's
first
Death
one
Note
that
and
we.
then Monster?
Yeah, my son watched it and he was talking it up, and I'm just like, that actually sounds very, very interesting.
Yeah,
And the fact
Death Note
that
is
the
really
episodes,
good.
they're shortened, so sounds like
Yeah.
you
It's really, it's really good. It's like it makes you think, and that was the first one we've been at. My brothers and I are anime fans. We've been diehard anime fans since forever. Sailor Moon was like my first show, and but like Death Note, I watched forever ago, and I was talking to my brother, and he was like, "Oh, I've never watched it." So I was like, "Well, now we have to watch it," and
yeah.
that just
Death
off
Note-
our current anime situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Death Note is really good. Like I think that whenever you watch it, we should maybe we could maybe do like a stream and break it apart because that one is really good.
Yeah,
have to
And
do
it
that.
brings up a lot of really I think interesting questions that you can sort of, ask yourself and see how you would react and
yeah. And Evangelion is Neon Genesis Evangelion is pretty. If you like anime, you have to watch this. What's that like? I mean, you can have an essential crisis, but existential crisis. But I mean, I had a rough week after watching that anime.
Hey,
And I was like,
if I can
14.
watch Black Swan and Inception back to back on the same day,
Oh my god.
and I
Yeah.
fricked with my head so badly. There was something else I watched too that was
That's
another
like
one.
Vanilla Sky, what it did to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
well, I think that this is a good place to end tonight with anime suggestions. I mean,
I mean, if
All
you
the-
haven't,
all
watch
the-
Code Geass. 100% Code Geass. Just to the viewers.
Yeah.
So good. So freaking good.
also, when the animated series for Zack Snyder's, Army of the Dead come out, that was gonna be fun to watch. Just saying,
Yeah.
So good place to get into animation so that you're ready for the epicness, because it's gonna be epic. We all know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so let's finish on this note today. Thank you, girls, for coming on. Thank you, everyone, for being here, and I will let Cole do her intro cards
Oh,
for
I
us.
forgot.
Already.
Gonna make us remember where we are.
Look, one day we get hang of this goodbye thing. Okay, one day.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
not gonna
get
be
to it
today.
eventually.
It's probably not gonna be in 2 weeks, but we get a hang of it one day.
So this is where you can find the lovely Lorena. She's also involved with Real Anarchy.
Yes.
And oh god, there she is. And this is where you can find Tiff. And I hope you can find us because you're on our channel.
Yeah, I mean, this would be really awkward if you didn't know where we are since
That's
you're here.
kind of special.
Yeah.
So League of Mayhem episode 11.